A shirtless 65-year-old man with the abs and body of a buff 25-year-old stares into the camera and says, "I'm 65. I don't take advice from men in their 20s. I just do Tai Chi walking every day." He is not 65. He is not a man. He is a string of code, rendered 8 seconds at a time, by a generator that costs about $1.50.
If you spent any time on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok in late 2025, you saw a version of him, or his wife, or his retired doctor cousin. Starting in October 2025, the feeds of older adults across North America, the UK, Australia, and Europe were saturated with AI-generated Tai Chi ads. A single fitness app operator is reported to have launched around 18,000 distinct AI-generated ad variants. Across all the operators running the same playbook, the volume is industrial. One template, remixed and remixed, until one variant catches you. The ads don't come from a yoga studio in California. They come from a small cluster of fitness subscription companies, incorporated in Cyprus, operated out of Ukraine, with shell entities registered in Las Vegas. Different brand names, same playbook, same Cypriot mailing address.
The ad sends you to a quiz. Age, weight, goals. The quiz tells you you're a candidate for a custom plan. The plan costs about $10. You enter your card. You think you've just bought a workout app.
You haven't. Within the same minute, a second charge hits your account, usually $40 to $50, sometimes more. One user documented paying 23 euros for the advertised plan, then watching a 49 euro charge land on the same PayPal account 60 seconds later.
A few weeks later, the trial converts to an annual subscription, somewhere between $70 and $100. There is no reminder email. According to a support agent quoted in one review, the company confirmed in writing that they deliberately don't send one. Try to cancel, and you meet a chatbot. She has a name. She doesn't process cancellations. She offers you the same plan for 99 cents instead. Refund requests are denied on the grounds that you didn't log 14 consecutive days inside the app. The math on the production side is what makes the volume possible. An 8-second AI video clip from a current generation generator costs about $1.50. AI voice runs pennies per minute. The equivalent conventional ad shoot costs $5,000 to $50,000. So why Tai Chi? Why not yoga, which is older in the West and at least as marketable? 3 reasons. The first is the audience. Older adults are the wealthiest, most targetable, most subscribed demographic on the internet, and the ones most likely to know Tai Chi exists without ever having tried it. The second reason is what marketers call the ancient secret frame. Tai Chi carries real cultural cachet, but sits outside the things a typical Western viewer feels they can fact-check. There is no FDA equivalent to fact-check Tai Chi. Exercise programs face essentially no pre-market scrutiny. The third reason is what the AI can actually render. Today's video models struggle with fast motion and fine physics. They are very good at slow, deliberate movement of a single person in a park. Tai Chi is, almost by definition, the perfect thing for an AI to fake. Yoga, by contrast, is already taken. Dozens of well-funded apps, established brands, lawyers, trademarks. Tai Chi was open territory. Qigong, the closer cousin, doesn't have the name recognition outside Asia. Tai Chi sits in the sweet spot, recognizable enough to trust, obscure enough to claim. But here is where the story turns, because the scam works for a reason most scams don't. Real Tai Chi, the practice the ads are imitating, is, for the demographic being targeted, one of the most evidence-backed forms of exercise in the entire medical literature. Start with falls. A 2023 systematic review of 24 randomized trials found that Tai Chi reduces the risk of falling in older adults by roughly 20 to 25%. An earlier review put the rate of falls about 30% lower. For seniors, falls are one of the leading causes of life-altering injury. Then blood pressure.
A meta-analysis pooling 24 trials found Tai Chi lowered systolic blood pressure by 6 points and diastolic by nearly 4. Meaningful numbers, on the order of what a first-line medication does for mild hypertension.
Knee arthritis pain, lower back pain, depression and anxiety, balance and gait, even early cognitive decline. Across more than 30 randomized trials, the picture is the same. Modest, real, replicated improvements in exactly the things that go wrong as people age.
Which is the cruel joke at the center of all of this. The grift works because the underlying practice is good. The people being charged twice in the same minute are, in many cases, exactly the people who would benefit most from doing the real version of the thing the AI presenter is pretending to do.
But here is what real Tai Chi cannot do. It cannot, under any honest reading of the evidence, produce the results the ads promise.
Tai Chi, on the standard exercise scale, runs at roughly 3 METs. For a typical adult, that is about 100 to 150 calories burned in a 30-minute session, about the same as an easy walk around the block.
The ads promise things like 25 pounds of belly fat loss in 7 minutes a day. 25 pounds of fat is roughly 87,000 calories of deficit. At 150 calories per session, that is about 580 sessions with no change in diet. Years, not weeks.
The ads are not subtle once you know what to look for. A face that animates but never shifts in its seat. Audio with strange word stress and a faintly flat affect. Music that meanders with no real direction. A new camera cut every 8 seconds. The exact length of one generation. Why does it keep working? Because the regulatory machinery has not caught up. The U.S. federal rule that would have most directly limited these subscription traps, the click-to-cancel rule, was vacated by a federal court in July 2025 on procedural grounds. The agency restarted the process months later. Cases move slowly. Ad cycles do not.
The platforms earn ad revenue from the same flood. YouTube did delete 16 of its top AI slop channels in early 2026, wiping billions of views and tens of millions of subscribers from its ecosystem. But the underlying policy change was, in YouTube's own words, minor. Advertiser-side enforcement of the health claims has been thin across YouTube, Meta, and TikTok.
If you or a relative has been charged, don't argue with the chatbot. File a chargeback with your card issuer within 60 days. The dark pattern second charge is well documented. Banks reverse these aggressively once they see the pattern. For real Tai Chi, skip the apps entirely. The National Council on Aging and the Tai Chi for Health Institute keep directories of certified instructors. Senior centers and community colleges run classes for under $100 a term. YouTube, ironically, also has decades of free instruction from teachers who were doing this long before AI video existed.
The Tai Chi wave will pass, replaced probably by AI doctors recommending Buddhist breathing or Japanese walking or whatever the next ancient secret turns out to be. The underlying machine is what matters. Cheap synthetic video, plus a frictionless subscription funnel, plus an audience that trusts the wrong signal. The fix, in the meantime, is not complicated. Slow down before clicking. Search the company name and the word Trustpilot together. And if a 65-year-old with the body of a swimsuit model tries to sell you a quiz, remember he or she probably doesn't have a body at all.